Hey, what's going on, you pants? It's Pancham. That's right, I'm coming at you with another Malamar build, but this one is going to be the Encino build, not the Inteleon build. And I actually have an idea for another Inteleon build that I'll come at you guys with eventually once I'm done working on it. But if you guys want to catch me working on decks and playing games with this deck or that deck or any other deck, check out the live stream, twitch.tv/AzulGG. First link in the description, give it a click, give it a follow. And speaking of lists, if you guys ever want any of the lists that I post over here on the YouTube channel, then head over to PokemonCard.io. I post all of my deck lists over there, and there's a link in the description where I'll take you to my profile, and all of the decks at the top of my profile would be the most recent decks that I posted here on the YouTube channel. So go check them out, PokemonCard.io. Like I said, there's a link in the description to my specific profile. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at this Malamar Encino build. I'm sure a lot of you are playing with similar lists, or have ran into similar lists out there. But in case you haven't, let's break it down. 4/4 Encino, of course, 3/2 Artillery, and then a 4/4 Malamar. That is all of our Pokemon. For the energy, 4 Spiral and 2 basic Psychic. Don't need more, play that many. And then for the trainer cards, this is where the big switch-ups happen. Of course, I've already talked about Force Cynthia's Ambition in the Inteleon build of this deck and how good it is, and it's really good. It's really good. And then got the 4 Karina's Focus, so that's all of the supporters in the deck. We don't play any other supporters. No other draw supporters, no gust supporters, no utility supporters. That's it. Force Cynthia's Ambition, 4 Karina's Focus, and that's really all you need, to be honest. Playing any other supporter just kind of clogs up the deck. More so, it feels like I was trying not to build with researchers, and the researchers felt good overall, but you had less room for other stuff. And the big other card that you couldn't fit or had trouble fitting alongside the research, and those researchers could kind of force us into situations where we kind of ran low on rapid strike cards, to be honest, but is the Battle VIP Pass. And I think this card is huge in the deck right now, and the reason I think it's such a big deal to include Battle VIP Pass, and one of the reasons it feels like it works so well in the deck, I guess, is, and I guess like this is maybe the biggest, besides Cynthia's Ambition, the biggest addition to this deck is actually the Encino with Call for Family. Now, you don't use this every single game, but it comes up often enough where it just kind of rounds out your openings. Like, sometimes you'll open really well and you'll open an Inkay and you'll get down like double Encino and the Remoraid, or triple Encino and the Remoraid through, you know, some Pokemon search cards and a Battle VIP Pass. But some other games you won't, but you'll open the Encino and maybe you'll get one Battle VIP Pass or a couple Level Ball, and then you get a Fall Crystal for the basic Psychic, and then that gets you the Call for Family, which fills up your bench. It just really makes it so that getting a starting bench of like 5 Pokemon is really easy between the Battle VIP Pass and the Call for Family. It just works. That's the best way for me to explain it. It just works. And then, of course, if we're up against a one prize matchup, we want to be going first, but every other matchup, it feels kind of best to go second to open up that option for the Call for Family. Otherwise, we can have like a really rough turn one where we kind of just like go draw a pass if we choose to go first, and it kind of feels like we're going second anyway. So may as well have the option of the draw supporter on the first turn and the key and the Call for Family. So yeah, really like going second with this deck, except for one prize matchups. That's when I would choose to go first. But of course, on PTCGO ladder, can never really know what you're up against. But the multi-prize decks heavily outweigh the single prize decks, and you never know when you're going to be up against Mew VMAX and getting turn one knocked out if you choose to go first. So choose to go second with this deck as well. And then yeah, Evolution Incense, Fall Crystal, Level Ball, Great Ball, couple Rescue Carriers, a Ordinary Rod, a Tower of Waters, and a couple Scoop Up Nets is all of the trainer cards. So not a whole ton going on in the deck. But playing it is the hard part. Making the list isn't, to be honest, with Malamar. Playing the Malamar deck, one of the harder decks to play in the format, to be honest. And it's unfortunate that the the reward isn't quite worth, you know, if you play well with it. I mean, it's not a tier S deck is basically what I'm trying to say. But it's still a ton of fun and one of my favorite decks, and it probably will be until it rotates. So let's go ahead. Let's play some games with Malamar. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell. And yeah, I'll show you guys how to rapid strike tentacles. All right, not the most ideal start, not gonna lie. Might be able to ambition for a couple, but we really want some more basics here. Kind of lacking a bit in the basic Pokemon department. We get the Great Ball, hopefully nets us one. I mean, something like a Battle VIP Pass, top deck or off the ambition would set us up really nicely, of course, but none of that is guaranteed. But that would set us up really nicely for sure. My opponent's playing, we see that, I mean, it's probably Arceus Inteleon. That deck has been everywhere recently. Arceus Inteleon has been literally everywhere. There's the Arceus. Sobble start. Everyone's favorite, Arceus Inteleon. And matchup, definitely fine. I think I do favor them, though. I think I do favor Arceus Inteleon overall in this one. Not by a ton. Definitely winnable, but get tough. Fog Crystal. I can go ahead and thin out an energy, I guess. Then we go into this Great Ball. We find ourselves a Encino. Hey, perfect. Now, I could find a scoop up net off this ambition, so I could attach to Mincino, but I only play 2, so it's pretty unlikely. I think I'll just attach to the Inkay, and then Cynthia's ambition. And yeah, no luck on that, obviously. That's what my opponent. That's it. That is our turn. Not a ridiculously good turn 1. We'd like to get out that full bench on the first turn, whether it be through the Call for Family, whether a Battle VIP pass sometimes gets involved, whatever it is. We like to get out to definitely a little bit cleaner of a turn 1. So this is definitely lacking. Not gonna lie. Would like to see a little bit more. Like I said though, it doesn't mean we're out of it. It just means it could have been better, and we're definitely still in it. But it looks like our opponent's gonna have exactly what they want on their turn 2. They got the Arceus V. They got the okay. So we're up against Ice Rider, Arceus. They got the V Star here. Now this actually might be a little bit better for us overall, because that means they might not play any. If maybe one Charon's Care. So when we go to hit this Arceus on the next turn, it might need to be attacking again on the following turn. Maybe they can retreat it and still create enough attackers after that. Of course, they are playing more Melanies because they are playing Ice Rider. So, but how many will they actually be able to set up is kind of the question. I don't think we're gonna be able to get the 1-hit KO on our next turn. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think the 1-hit KO is in our future. Our hand's not bad though if our opponent doesn't Marnie us, because we will be able to. They're going for a research here, actually. They don't even have the energy. Ooh, that's a lot of Melanie to leave, actually. So this is a good sign, because this means if we don't get the 1-hit KO on this Arceus next turn, but we still hit it for a decent amount of damage, they might have to attack with it again. Maybe not the next turn, but the turn after, whatever. If it's got to attack again, that means our damage isn't wasted, which is something that can happen with this Malamar deck. It's what you have to be careful about when you attack. You don't want to just always hit as hard as you possibly can if you're not taking knockouts. And it looks like... oh boy, this is a huge opportunity. My opponent actually opts for the Keep Calling here, because they really didn't like their hand and they didn't want to attack with the Arceus here. They opt for the Keep Calling instead. Now this is our time to strike and attack and start getting stuff done. Using a Cynthia's ambition here though, I don't like, but I kind of have to. So we're gonna do it. Just don't love it. But I want to find another Mincino. We have 2 Cynthia's ambitions left. That can be our 2 big knockouts for the rest of the game. It can happen. It'll be fine. And, you know, we can always get some really good Karina's focus draws as well. So, it doesn't always have to be the ambition. It just usually is. Rapid Strike Search. Let's go get that Malamar. And I'll put down the Mincino, Malamar. And on the shuffle back, I'll send Double Spiral and a Karina's focus back, because I want to draw more new cards off the next Karina's focus. But we want to make sure we keep a Karina's focus. And sometimes we'd keep an energy, but we don't really need an energy. So we'll like kind of over KO the Sobble here, but it's because we want to see more new cards off the Karina's focus. We want to get that next Encino in play. If my opponent does decide to go with some kind of boss play on this next turn, that's a great prize card there. I think with like a boss play on the Remoraid or the Encino, then we want to find more of those pieces as well. Like I said, this KO might be tough. We have to take this first big 1-hit KO, especially not without having a Cynthia's ambition to kind of back up that knockout. We've got a lot of non-Rapture cards still in the deck, so getting the first big KO is still pretty tough. But we did get kind of like that whiff from our opponent's a pretty big deal, to be honest, or that choice not to attack there, which is definitely an interesting choice for my opponent to go with that Keep Calling there. That was interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I probably would not have made the same play as my opponent there. I think you swing. But maybe they just had nothing to back up the hand there. It's possible that if they had attacked there, we're turning Nova, and maybe they've top decked the Drizzile, so like, okay, I'm gonna thin out my deck, establish my board state a little bit better, and then I'll kind of go from there. That's definitely possible. That's the way my opponent was thinking about it. Another thing we have to keep aware of in this matchup is triple quick shooting. It's not going to be relevant on my opponent's on this next turn on my opponent's, but the turn after that, triple quick shooting could be a threat, and it's something we have to be aware of, because if we just have a Malamar and an Inkay in play, they triple quick shooting the Inkay, KO the Malamar, then all of a sudden next turn we can't attack. So we're going to probably have to net the artillery out of play at some point to go for the triple Cincino setup with just 3 Cincinos, 3 Malamars. And the artillery would be what we take out of play, because we need those Rapid Strike cards. We would be able to have access to those Rapid Strike cards through net at any point, but as soon as we need another Inkay down, the make do is just a little bit more powerful. So here comes the Melanie, and they might never get there. If they prize their last Sobble, which, to be honest, they used Keep Calling and didn't get another Sobble. So you know what? We might not have to worry about the triple quick shooting at all ever, because I just realized when they used Keep Calling, they didn't get 3 Sobble. So we might never have to worry about it, to be honest. It's very possible. We won't have to worry about it. So that'd be cool. Actually, that'd be cool if we don't have to worry about it. Actually, we're super set up here. We're super set up, but I'm still not 100% confident we're gonna get the KO because like we have like this. We already have the next NK with an energy ready to go. It'd be nice if we had a Malamar in the hand to go with it. Top deck Malamar would be good. They are loading up that Ice Rider very unnecessarily. It doesn't need that much energy. They can use the first, unless they think they're gonna have to go in with the Glacial Lance, I guess. Then it might need that much energy. We'll see. All right, NK. See what our top deck is. Great Ball. So we'll start with the Great Ball. Got this Encino. So now we can level ball for another NK. Because we will need a follow-up. Ink. Throw that down. Some Encinos. And then the focus. Let's see what we get. So far, so good, to be honest. Make dues start. Battle VIP pass goes first. I think we're going to get the knockout here. I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good about it. I'm going to get rid of the Fog Crystal. And then, what are we doing now? This needs to come down. Instead of counting, I'm just going to go ahead and do this real fast. 160. So we need 3 more. Artillery gives us 1. So we just want to make do as much as possible at all points in the game, to be honest. So sometimes it gets close to whether or not we should. It feels fine to do it here. We're swinging for what? 60, still need 3. So with our Rapid Strike Search. Have an Artillery. I want to save the net for as long as possible. So we can go level ball. Okay. And then Evolution Incense for 1 more. Yeah, Evolution Incense for 1 more. And there was Malamars and stuff in there, so boom, grab Malamar. And then we are swinging the KO. Want to do anything else? Nah, not really. All right. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 7. I almost didn't do it. We're good now, though. Knock out Arceus. Get 2 prize cards. Put ourselves pretty far ahead now. I'm feeling pretty comfortable. I didn't think we were going to get the KO there. Or I was feeling like if we didn't get the KO there, I wouldn't be surprised. I think that's how I should put it. I would not have been surprised if we didn't get the KO there. But now we're looking great. They got a follow-up attacker set up on our hand. We even got an ambition off the prize card. So Marnie here is the... Yeah, Marnie would be annoying. Marnie would be annoying. But if they don't have a Marnie, to be honest, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. And if they do get down another Sobble this turn, or even if they get down another Sobble this turn, we still don't have to be afraid of that triple quick shooting. Yeah, they could only have double quick shooting set up over these next 2 turns. So that should be plenty of time for us to close this game out, to be honest. And they got one there. But they can't even threaten like a knockout on a Cincino over 2 turns with double quick shooting here. So we're just in a ridiculously good spot. Actually, I take it one step further. Yeah, we're just in a ridiculously good spot now. Unless I somehow whiff this knockout, which with a Marnie, and there's the concede. Yeah, they're pretty much cleaned up and clocked out on that one. So that's a pretty easy dub against Ice Rider Arceus in this first one. All right, here we go. And like I mentioned, want to be going second. Even if it's not up against Mew VMAX or anything like that, you know, just like having that, because usually it feels like when we go first, it's basically like we went second. This hand would have probably felt like that, but I don't mind going second, to be honest. We're most likely up against a multi-prize deck here as well, so good to take advantage of that. Looks like it is Arceus Dark Box with everything my opponent had going on there. But this opening hand is actually pretty sick. We actually have not only do we have the Battle VIP Pass, the Fog Crystal, we can actually get off a Keep Calling as well. Or Call for Family, not Keep Calling. I need a mulligan for my opponent. And there's just Mincino off the top. So we get to fill our bench this turn, which will be sick. That'll be sick. So that's what we're going to look to do. The only thing I'm afraid of is my opponent actually boss KOing my Remoraid. I don't want to put 2 Remoraid in play if I'm using the Scoop of Net as off the rip. So we're just going to have to take that if they go for it. We'll have to make do to work with and could lead to another make do. And that would be the for another make do right there. We did prize a Mincino. So if this one sticks in the active, we will be losing that, I guess. These are the kind of hands where we wish, to be honest, where we wish we had chosen to go first. But they're not that, it's not that often that we open up with a hand like this. I'm going to be honest. Like, this is... No, we don't open it off. We don't open up with hands like this often. So I will take it though. Oh no! I grabbed a second Remoraid instead of an Inkay. All right. That's rough. That's rough. Oops. Oops. I can't believe I just did that. Hopefully my opponent doesn't notice. And they don't go chase my Inkay here. But they probably will. They probably will. Yep. And there's the boss. And there goes my Inkay. I can't believe I made that mistake with a hand this good as well. I am so sorry. I feel... Oh my gosh, that's so bad. I can't even explain how bad that is. Still winnable. This is still a winnable game. I know it looks bad. Gosh, it feels bad. Man, we had such a sick start too. Winnable, winnable, winnable. The game is still winnable. Maintain composure. Go to the next, what's it called? As long as our other scoop up net is in the deck. Definitely a winnable game at this point. Not gonna stress about the mistake. We're here now. Could have been somewhere better. Like our Remoraid getting KO'd instead. I'm pretty sure that's what my opponent would have KO'd if we had lone Remoraid in play. But move on. All right, let's check for that then. It's there. Scoop net's there. Okay. Here we go. Couple Cincenos. And with how important it is for us to find it, to be honest, I might get aggressive with these other two cards in my hand. Rescue Stretcher. Inkay. Attached to it. Korea's Focus. Looking heavily for the scoop up net that I shouldn't need, but I put myself in a spot where I need it now. What does this make do fall? I think on the Artillery. No, probably on the Malamar, to be honest. Did not hit it, but that's fine. All right, we're gonna keep going with... I guess we're just gonna end turn here. Yeah, we'll end turn. You know, my opponent probably is able to boss again, and if I was my opponent, I would have grabbed a boss. I would have grabbed a boss off of that star. They used Starbird there, and I think they got the DTE. It's possible they got another boss though. If I was my opponent, that's what I would have done. I actually probably should have left Cincino in the active and at least punched with Cincino though. I should have put Cincino in the active with the energy to plan to just go ahead and energy assist and punch the Arceus. Didn't do that, so another mistake from me. I'm a little flustered, a little out of it. There's an Ultra Ball for an Arceus. I'd like to see that. Makes me think there's a potential they don't have a boss, but there's the boss. All right, the boss. All right, so we'll do the Cincino play. Do I want to do the Cincino play? I don't actually want to do the Cincino play, to be honest. We'll do it. No, we might not even do it if we get an Inkay, to be honest. I just don't want a Cincino in my active. If my opponent doesn't have the boss for my solo Inkay, I still just want them to KO the Remoraid. We're still in it, though. We're still in it. That's the important part. I will recover this Psychic Energy. I'm going to get the Psychic Energy off this Cincino, though, because I don't like it being there. I'd rather have it in the deck as a card. I'm going to go ahead and go Retreat. I can't... Yeah, I still can't believe I got the second Remoraid. I'll even evolve the Artillery. We need to draw cards here. Inkay down. Attach the Inkay. Ordinary Rod. Like I said, though, it's still winnable. This is still a winnable game. I know it looks bad. Sidga's Ambition. I'm going to go ahead and use a Rapid Strike Search here first. Get the Inkay. Make do. Could have been a sick game, but kind of trolled it so far. Cincino, make do another Battle VIP pass. Not yet. Great Ball. Fail. And then Cincino, make do away the Cincino. Hope for the net. And if there's no net, hopefully my opponent doesn't have a boss. No net. All right, do they have a boss? I guess is the question then. Because they got a boss here again, that's where we kind of lose the game completely. You have to just go ahead and concede. But if they don't have a boss here, like I just mentioned, it's still winnable. This game is still winnable if they do not have a boss's orders right here, right now. That's a research. Okay, we're back in it. We're back in it. This is a now winnable game. If my opponent does not play one prize Pokemon. If they play one prize Pokemon, we probably still lose. But if they don't, the important thing is if they don't. It's a very winnable game at this point. And there's the Trinity Nova knockout. Okay. This is where we can start to get back into this one. 3 prize cards left for my opponent. We're about to draw our first 2 this turn. Almost definitely. We have such an absurd hand right here. Start with some Make Doing. The Evolution Incense. Then I'm going to go ahead and make do the Level Ball. Then we'll go ahead and make do the Ball Crystal. Yeah, we've actually, like, our deck is, like, so efficient at this point, too. Like, I mean, we're in, like, a good spot with that as well. Rapid Strike Search. We don't have that many Rapid Strike cards left in the deck. We have enough. Okay. Throwing energy on it. Okay. So we need to do 7 here. And I want to keep an Inkay 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. That's what I want to keep as well. Boom. Knock out 2 prize cards to work with. There was 8 cards left in the deck, so there's a good shot. Got a couple more Rapid Strike cards than just those in the deck. Boom. The Karina's Ambition is great as well off the prize cards there. Let's dig a little bit deeper without having to burn another Rapid Strike card. This next knockout should be a piece of cake. No problem. Vision Adventures Discovery. Get themselves their V-Star. Arceus here, I'm sure. I would. And what else would they be getting? Eldegoss. Eldegoss for boss? So my opponent easily could have chained triple boss on me. So definitely a mistake on my opponent's part. So a mistake from me. Mistake from them. Power Edge knockout. I told you it's possible for the comeback in this one. I guess their other V-Star must be prized, or they discard it. Maybe they discarded it. I told you the comeback is possible here. You just have to sit through the cringy misplays sometimes, buckle down, and believe. And comeback dubs are possible. But if you don't do any of that, then not very good. But yeah, you gotta. I should have got rid of the Fog Crystal first there, to be honest. Great Balls are always the ones we want to hold on to, because that can, like, our deck will get down to like so few cards. Great Ball always hits. So. The Level Ball, I think. I don't know if it matters too much either way, to be honest. I'd like to have gotten rid of that. All right, so we need to get rid of 6 here. So it looks like we can keep 1. 1, 2, 3. So we'd want to get rid of everything we'd want to draw off the Marnie. Six. Sounds good. Knockout on the Arceus V. And if their next attacker is the Zapdos, I think this one is all about wrapped up. Like I said, if they do got a 1 prizer here, if they got some kind of 1 prize attacker here, we probably lose. But if they don't, we have made an insane comeback from what looked like an absolute L after my misplay. But there's just a thunderous kick. My opponent didn't even play any cards. I think they know that it's kind of just all down to this. Do I have it or do I not? And we definitely got it. An insane comeback here in this one. Definitely thought I was going to lose at a certain point in that one, but I think that should just be it. This thing is weak to Psychic as well, so this last knockout is no problem. Malamar, 1, 2, we need a couple more. Just a little bit more gas and well, more than enough gas in the tank in this one, to be honest. We could have hit hard here if we really wanted to. We had a hand for sure, but it's not necessary. Here we go. Knockout 320, and we make the comeback after what was a terrible mistake. Just because you make a mistake doesn't mean the game is over, so you sometimes just have to stick it out a little bit longer to attempt to make a come back. There's still always a correct line of play to look for, even after you've made a misplay, but it's not always the same line of play that you were looking for initially. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed that video with the Malamar Absolutely, give the video a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell. And if you're looking for some more PTCGO content, PTCGL content from me, as always, check out the live stream first thing in the description. Give it a click, give it a follow. Twitch.tv/AzulGG. See you over there. See you in the next one tomorrow. Peace.